Welcome back. This is part 2 of how to use Foresights to navigate technology drivers that produce products consumers want. So let's dive into technology drivers themselves. What technologies are we talking about? There are two types: behind the scenes, but also interactive. And this would be to expand your reach, new clients, new consumers. So behind the scenes is inside the production facility. So we're talking about ingredient technologies, cooking technologies, assembly technologies, mobile recall alerts, or even packaging. Consumers interacting directly, this could be delivery, right? So how is this product being delivered? Temperature maintenance, that could be hot or cold, and it could be to your client or it could be to the consumer directly. Also robotic prep, showing up in the home, but also in restaurants, and vending, of course, which is very prevalent now in hotels, airports. Preps and cooking methods. Research has shown that consumers are actually lowering the temperature on their refrigerators to save money, and they're ignoring code dates. So on your end, with technology, are there spoiler sensors in the packaging? Do you have mobile recall alerts for consumers? Consumers are also buying cheaper cuts of meat to save money. So technologies would include tenderizers, or if something does require longer cooking times, how might that affect the other meal components? So let's say it's a frozen meal, or let's say you are providing products to restaurants. The other meal components might be affected if there's cheaper cuts being used. Consumers are also seeking partial prep. They want to participate in the prep, but they also want to save time. That's where robotic vending comes in, compartmentalized packaging, and also prep that allows for customization of the product. So a classic would be yogurt that has toppings, right? So it's a compartmentalized package, and the consumer gets to participate and personalize the item. Also, they're cutting back on non-essentials. Remember, they're not stockpiling, but they're cutting back on non-essentials. So they're looking for, can the item be frozen before or after prep? Can they reseal the packaging? Can the packaging go into the freezer? Is it something that's quick and easy prep for kids if they're home and mom and dad are at work? Let's look at an example of faux meat versus hybrid meat versus, meat and dairy, actually. So the problem consumers are having with faux meat is it is similar fat, salt to traditional meat and dairy, so there's not an advantage there. Unfamiliar ingredients on the deck. They are all incomplete proteins because they are plant sourced, and they have complex long ingredient decks. Hybrids, on the other hand, what they are is they're meat plus simple plant protein, grains, beans, mushrooms, even simple vegetables that are ground to put with the meat. This offers a simple ingredient deck. It is a complete protein because it contains meat. It's recognizable ingredients, a simple ingredient deck, lower fat, lower salt coming from the vegetables, and higher fiber. So technologies that then sync in with this are preparation. Look for technologies with precision fermentation, robots as labor savers. With ingredients, look for nutrient bioavailability of the ingredients, lab to fork, so cellular agriculture technologies, cruelty-free technologies, also novel proteins coming from cellular-based products like fungi and even air, and then plant-based, so whole muscle, shredded products now coming out. GMO also consider CRISPR, so food security, climate change, they're looking at sustainability. Hybrids also set to withstand climate change. So these are seeds that are being developed. Nutritionally enhanced crops, like the classic is rice that is fortified naturally with vitamin A, again, through GMO technologies. And then trait expressions. So new plants, new animal traits being expressed through genetic modification. And don't forget too, there's also deletion technologies, right? So they're not adding genes, they're actually deleting certain genes within a product. University of Reading is the first to come out with the research showing that if you're going to look at hybrid meats, hybrid products, the ideal ratio, let's say in a burger or sausage, is 75% meat, 25% plant-based. But again, not faux. You're looking at actual simple plant-based items. And then 210 Analytics also came out with research showing from consumers the 5 reasons they want hybrid, not faux, is because they get more vegetables in their diet, it adds more flavor, it's healthier, it's something new and different, and provides more nutrients and vitamins. Those are the top 5 reasons why they want hybrid products. If we're looking at alcohol and non-alcohol, let's focus on non-alcohol and the functional drivers. So to be non-alcohol, yes, sales are higher than alcohol, but it's not water. Water's sales are actually not up. It's other non-alcohol beverages. And the key thing is they want it to be functional. So cognitive function, again, is leading with sleep, stress, anxiety, depression. They're not focused as much on immune function at this point after COVID-19. So some of the poster children, we call them, for non-alcohol are things like stress reduction, sleep, anxiety. They're looking at their digestion, so the microbiome. They're looking for adaptogens, nootropics, energy, sports or performance, beauty, healthy aging. This is the direction non-alcohol is going. So technologies, you think about preparation technologies. So can you customize it? Is it partial prep? Are there optional add-ins? Robotic vending, again, automated fresh food vending with beverages. Ingredients, so de-alcoholized wines, beers, spirits. Also sugar replacers, enhancers, or hybrid products coming out with sugar. Functional, what are the functional ingredients? Can you add texture? Are your ingredients upcycled in the beverage world? All of these are attractive technologies for consumers. And again, GMO, modified, nutritionally enhanced crops are going into beverages. Let's look at snacking. So first of all, snacking is a complex birth. It's called a fusion birth pattern because it means it has more than one parent. So think of the trend as the child, but the parents are really, where is this thing coming from, right? So parents include technology, so consumers wanting convenience, multitasking, and economy, also two household heads are working or single households, but also think of the economy where they are now skipping meals. So they're turning to snacking to be the meal, right? You also want to look at, when you're looking at a trend, to figure out if a trend is going to be long-lived or short-lived, what you want to do is you want to look at her girlfriends. What other trends, what are the things is she hanging out with? So snacking is tied to the extended workday, the coffee culture, travel trends, again, health trends, including cognitive function, convenience, solo dining as well. So it cross ties to all these things, making snacking replacing meals is actually a very strong trend that's going on right now. Technology, look for preparation. So customization, again, with snacking, is it partial prep? Are there optional add-ins? Looking at robotic vending, automated fresh food vending. Is it quick? Is it no mess, no cleanup, handheld? That's one of the classic definitions of what makes a snack. Also, ingredients. You want to look at novel proteins. So again, is it cell-based? Is it plant-based? Are you looking at salt replacers, enhancers, or hybrids within snacks? Sugar replacers, enhancers, or hybrids within sugar? And again, upcycled ingredients are showing up more and more in snacks. GMO, you're looking at, again, nutritionally enhanced crops and trait expressions. So new plants and actually new animal traits too coming out in the snacking world. And just some of the research. IRI, 65% want energy from snacks. So snacks are also functional. Crispy Green shows 42% are embarrassed by their snacking habits. 64 felt less guilty if they snacked on something healthy. And so that's again why snacking, replacing meals, that's why they want healthy snacks. And Del Monte is the most recent, where Convenience and portability is important for parents and non-parents, but many adults are substituting meals with snacks, and that is a financial reason. They're not trying to lose weight. It's really so the kids can eat. So that's why they want a whole food snack. And then breakfast. Parents here again, all day breakfast is a fusion birth, and it ties cleanly to clinical health research. So just that you eat breakfast, this could be a steak, this could be cereal. It doesn't matter what you eat, but breakfast is you are breaking the overnight fast. If you have breakfast, you will have higher dopamine metabolites, which means you are calmer, lower aggression, shown in teens. You have improved short-term memory, lower body mass index, improved focus, also lower diabetes rates, lower heart disease if you are a breakfast eater. Behaviorally, what we're seeing is 75% right now still want to eat at home, but they are still going through drive-throughs, eating at their desks even. 65% again want to make or assemble the meal from scratch. So they want to interact, right? That's why packaging that has multiple compartments is attractive to them. They get to help assemble it. And again, 48% eat breakfast at non-traditional times. That's why so many in the restaurant industry are offering breakfast all day long. It's because there is research showing that is actually what consumers want. My favorite though is the next one. 80% believe breakfast is the most important meal, yet 56% say they skip breakfast more than every other meal. So again, you have to watch survey work, important, but you have to watch behavioral research. You will never know what they're really doing if you're only looking at surveys. So technologies, can you customize it just like with snacks? Partial prep, can they add in things? Think of yogurt again. Robotic vending, again, going through automated food vending machines. Again, even with breakfast like snacks, if they're eating breakfast on the go or at their desk, quick, no mess, no cleanup, handheld. Ingredients, again, they're looking at novel proteins, they're looking at plant proteins or plant-based breakfast. Salt replacers, enhancers, hybrids, same thing with sugar, replacers, enhancers, or hybrids. And then upcycled ingredients fits really well with breakfast. GMO, you're looking at nutritionally enhanced crops again, and also trait expression, new plant, new animal traits coming out. One poll, top drivers for eating breakfast: make something quick, healthy, full of nutrients, right? That sums it up. Technomics, consumers want things that are handheld, breakfast sausages, pizzas, sandwiches, something that they can use on the go because they do have their jobs back, right? So they are working. And so this concludes part 2, and we will now move on to part 3.